everybody, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. Today we are going to go through some empties. Some I have had for a very long time, but my box became a box and a bag, which became another little bag. Let's get into them and check it out. So I am taping on a new, obviously I'm downstairs. It is so hot. I am taping on a new camera with a new mic and a new space. Frankly, at this point, I hope that it is actually taping my voice. I tested it all out yesterday. Everything seemed fine. I'm going to go through these pretty quickly. So if you have any questions about any of the products that I talk about, just let me know down in the comments and I will get back to you on my thoughts. Also, before I start this, I feel compelled to say, because I have a big pile of moisturizers over here, and this is where I want to remind you guys, I'm super sensitive. My skin is so sensitive. So they are not fails. I may show you products that I may not love, that you may not love, and that's fine. We all get to love different things, but because my skin is so sensitive, so many things don't work. So let's dive in. First, we're just going to knock out a whole lot of bath creams. These are bath gels, bath scrubs. I have the Pearlie's coconut oil coffee. Loved it, but you guys know me. I love anything coconutty. We have the Wish exfoliating body scrub. As I recall, I did not like this as much. I'm just saying. I don't know that I love most of the Wish products, but I know that a lot of you do, because when we just had our FabFitFun spoilers, it came up. I could probably show 30 more of these Lalia ones. I love the Lalia, and this is just a tenth of probably what I use, because I forget and I throw things away. Korres, so I have good representation. This is an empty Korres. I've told you guys in the past, I use so much body gel because I like big bubbles, so I just pile it on, so I go through a lot. I just finished a Beekman 1802. I'm hoping that this camera is catching all of this. You guys will have to let me know how it does. It was a hand or body wash. I used it for my hands for a while, and then I just started using it for my body to get through it because I wanted to move on to something new. I have commitment issues when it comes to products. I loved this. This is an Elemis. I hope it shows. It is an Elemis shower cream, I think they called it. It smelled so good, and it came with an oil, and I liked the oil. The problem with the oil was the top of it was teeny, and the oil would solidify and you couldn't get it out. It was very frustrating. I would never buy it again, nor would I recommend it, simply because of their distribution method. The cream I liked a lot. I have several of the Ritual bath foams. We've gotten them in boxes, and then at Christmas did their advent calendar. I have used and thrown away several of them. So this is the representative of the foam, and you just a little bit. I use a loofah. I still use a loofah with this, and I enjoy all of the scents now. In the beginning, I didn't love them as much, but they have really grown on me. We get a million little samples, and this is a bubble tea product, and it was called Moroccan Mint, and I loved it so much. I never bought it again because we get so much in boxes and I buy so many other things, but if you like minty things, I loved this bath gel. And then last but not least, the representatives I have, and I started to take these out of this bag because I was saving a minute. This one was separate in a different box, and one of these got all over the others, and I just decided not to take them out. Suffice it to say, I use all of the Lush things that I get, and I love them. This one was Mary Berry Christmas. I liked it a lot. We had Plum Diff. I liked that one. Oh, Yog Nog. I used that during the Christmas season. Oh, it was one of my faves. And then Snow Fairy. I really enjoy the Snow Fairy, but you have got to be able to bear up under a sweet scent because it is crazy sweet. I only have a couple of body creams, and I can't even begin to make this good enough to show you, but this is one of the Grown Alchemist that we see so often in our FabFitFun choices. I liked it. I liked it a lot. I used it to gone. I saved this. This is another one of those. It was a sample. I was going to make sure I was holding it right. It was a sample, but I loved it, and I loved the scent of it so much that I wanted to be sure and share it with you guys. It's the pistache, and it smells like a sweet pistachio, like if they made marzipan out of pistachios. It smelled so good. And when I just found this in my box, and put my glasses on and be sure and read it to you right, it is the Moroccan Oil Body. I had forgotten when I tried this. I said to myself, go out and buy that now. You're going to forget about it. And myself said, no, you can remember. I forgot, and I'm probably going to get this for the summer. It is their night body serum, and I would just put it on every evening, and it made me so soft, and I loved the scent. So I'm going to set this aside of the other things I'm getting ready to throw away, because between you and me, I would probably forget again. All right, let's breeze through hair really quickly. I had the Good Vibes Moisturizing Shampoo and Conditioner from Beach Wavers. Loved it. It smelled, as I recall, yeah, kind of coconutty and beachy, and oh, I loved that. I loved the scent of this. But hair is another one of those places where I have some commitment issues. So I move on, and I don't reuse really great things. I would 100% recommend this. I loved it, and I used it to the end. These are my Olaplex samples that I got at Christmas. Tried them, loved them. I now have all of the numbers they make, like 1 through 8 or whatever. I really like the Olaplex. I probably only use it 3 times a month, because people have talked about that they think it has a lot of the proteins in it and you can over protein your hair. So I preached about keratin enough that you guys know where I stand on that. But I still, the days that I do use it, my hair is fabulous. Unlike today where I just didn't feel like dealing with it, so I pulled it up. This made me sad. It is the Alterna Caviar, I think anti-aging, replenishing moisture priming leave-in conditioner. And it says it detangles and primes fine dry hair. I don't know if that's true. I used it a couple of times. I didn't see any real difference, but what I can tell you is they have a sprayer malfunction. After using this, like I said, just 2 or 3 times, I can't do it because I'm in a carpeted room today, but this sprays in like 2, it goes and 1 goes up and 1 goes down, and you can't use it because you ended up with it all over your makeup, your hair, or your wall. This was very frustrating. I don't know if all of the bottles are like this. If you use this and you like it, let me know. I cleaned it out a couple of times and I thought, yeah, no, I have so many hair products I want to use. I'm not going through this. And the next ones that are samples that are here because they are loves. This is the Christoph Robin. I love the scent of this. It has the same scent as the salt scrub that they have. It's the hydrating melting mask. I just use it as a conditioner periodically. It smells, I can still smell it on the outside. It smells so good, but it's gone. Also, this Grow Gorgeous Repair. If I saw this in one of my boxes or in like a FabFitFun edit, I would pick this up. It is the Repair Strengthening Hair and Scalp Mask. It smells, oh, it smells so good. Oh, it still does. It's just fresh. And you know, if you go into like a really posh hair salon and you walk in, if you're not smelling perm, which luckily they don't smell as much like anymore, and you get just that, it smells like that. It just smells really, really good. And then this is the Briogeo Scalp Revival. It has not been here long. I used it once and I did not like it. It came out kind of goopy, but then the charcoal wasn't, it just didn't work for me. I felt like it weighed my hair down a little bit. I don't know if there are oils in it, but this just didn't work for me. And it's the Scalp Revival Charcoal and Coconut Oil Micro Exfoliating Shampoo. Did not love it. Okay, next, let's just bite the bullet and run through some moisturizers. There's not much I can say about them because if I quit using them, it's just because they irritated my skin. I had to stop using the Wishful Honey Balm. It really irritated my skin. The Glossier Priming Moisture Rich. I loved the feel of this on my skin during the winter. It was so creamy, but it irritated my skin. The Tarte Drink of H2O. Really, it's not enough moisturizer for me anyway. It's just a really gelish type moisturizer. It smells kind of like the sea. It's a little stronger than I like, but it irritated my skin. The Tula 24/7 Moisturizer. Everybody loves this. So many people love this. It irritated my skin. These were just samples that came in the box. A Cure Ultra Hydrating 12-Hour Facial Moisturizer and the Simple Hydrating Light Moisturizer. I tried both of them for a few days. We know how that story ends. Then we have the Great Barrier Relief. I ordered this from a FabFitFun. I can't tell. With the new camera, I can't tell if it's, okay, so I have to get my face next to it. So that's why they used to do this back in the day. This irritated my skin. The whole point of this is so that it doesn't irritate your skin. That's the whole point of it. And people loved it. When I talked about I was buying it in the sale, people were like, oh, you're gonna love it. I was so excited. Not that it was your fault. It was not your fault. You had no idea how stupid sensitive my skin is. I couldn't use it. I felt it almost the second I put it on. There was a slight burning that started almost immediately. Also, that happened with the Trader Joe's Super Hydrating Eye Cream. If I've just realized and they've all been blurry, I apologize. It almost nothing irritates under my eyes. Almost nothing. I mean, I know it's not exactly a high quality product. It was probably $4.99, but I wanted to love it. I did not. Things that I did like and could use. The Polar Eternal Snow. I have some of this now that I am still using periodically. I really like this. We have the Dr. Brandt DNA. I like this a lot, so I highly recommend that. The Elemis, I think we all know how I feel about that. This one is a Pro Collagen Marine Cream. And just know that this little one represents, I can't even tell you how many it represents. Then we have the Glossier Eye Boost Cream. This is gone. I mean, I use this to absolutely gone. And I liked it a lot. And then, if I don't throw it away, there's always Drunk Elephant. A Lala Retro Whipped Cream. Absolutely, probably, if I had to pick one, probably my favorite moisturizer. I even had a little sample of one that I got finished. Absolutely love it. This came in a boxy so long ago. It is the Kypris Antioxidant Dew. It was just like a serum. I started using it under my moisturizer every day, and I liked it so much that I just kept using it, and then it was gone. I don't know if it did anything for me, but I liked the way that it felt. I did not like it. I think it came with eyeshadows or something like that, really shiny, shimmery. Didn't love those, but I liked this. Anastasia Dewy Set. It's a favorite. It's a setting spray. When I use it, I rebuy it. It's absolutely one of my favorites. And that glitter is just the bottle. When I first bought it, I thought, oh my goodness. No, it's just the bottle. It's fine. We have a Dirty Lamb Rose Petal Toner. I totally used this to the end. I liked it a lot. I just use it after I cleanse, just as a light refreshing toner. You guys know I love roses, so it worked perfectly for me. Quickly into cleansers. We have a GlossyBox Skincare Gentle Foaming Cleanser. I liked it a lot. Could not use the Micellar Magic. Forget which box this came in. Tried it for a few days. It just irritated my skin. I will probably pass that along to my daughter. The Kopari Coconut Oil Cleanser. I can't even tell you how long this has been an empty in this box. I mean, it was probably a winter cleanser, and it wasn't this winter. So it's probably been a long time since I've done empties, I think. Okay, cleansers. We have a Grown Alchemist Cleanser. I think this is the only one that I'm going to show you that I couldn't use. I used it for about that long, and then I discovered it wasn't the best for me, so I moved on with my life. What I am showing you in samples, because I did try them and like them, are the Korres Cream Cleanser. This is the yogurt one, and I like it a lot. And I have the H2O Hydrate for sensitive skin, and I like that a lot too. Okay, I get the hand now. I always thought the hand was to show a background, but the hand is to cover my face, because cameras want to focus on your face. Okay, I'll get it. I've only been doing this for like 4 years. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. And then I also have the Glam Glow Tropical Cleanser, and I liked this a lot. It is scrubby. It has little scrubbies in it, and I liked it. I don't know if I would repurchase it because we get so many scrubby things for our face, but I did enjoy it. This I have repurchased, and I have actually, my mom just recently said that she needed a new, this is hard to show regardless, she needed a new cleanser, and I actually had an extra one of these, and I gave it to her, and it's just the Gentle Bubble Daily Conditioning Cleanser. I like it a lot. And I also finished this, and it's just the little one, but it's the Grace and Stella Foaming Face Wash. It's one of the small ones, but I like it a lot. Okay, makeup. This is mascaras. Some I used to the end, some I used a couple times and thought, yeah, no, this isn't for me. So I'm going to go through these quickly, and like I said, if you have any questions about any of them, I will tell you what I can remember. The Marc Jacobs. I did not love this. This is the Marc Jacobs mascara. Let me show you. It always seemed, I don't know if you can tell by looking at the brush, I found it to be clumpy. And it's really hard to get a clumpy mascara these days. They have really perfected the mascara situation. Next, I have the Manna Kadar Turn It Up Volumizing Mascara, and this was the primer. I don't love primers. I don't love the extra step, but this had a really, really big brush, and it wasn't my fave. And then the mascara was the same way. Can you guys tell how wide that brush is? And you know, I talk all the time about my small eye space, and I just didn't feel like I got a lot of length from this one. That I do remember. The Duce or Deuce. I'm not real sure how you say that, Duce or Deuce. This was okay, but this is another one that it is a huge, I mean, look at that compared to my pinky. It is a huge brush, and that's just really, I struggle with it. And like, this gets back to like my sensitive skin. This could be a very nice mascara. I don't care for the big fluffy brushes. Got a Benefit, they're real. I used it, it's fine. I have the Rodial Glam Lash Mascara XXL. It's fine. We're almost done with mascaras. I just didn't care for this one. This is the Nourishing Mascara from Beautinique Beauty. I just didn't care for it. I just didn't love it. There's absolutely nothing wrong with the brush. I didn't feel like I got much from it. I like a lot of length and volume from my mascaras. I have really, really high expectations. This is the Surfer Curl from Tarte C. I think I just used this one. I don't remember anything good or bad about it. I think it's been quite some time. The brush isn't too big. It seems to be mostly gone. So I'd say I just used it. I did not love this one either. I feel like I have a lot of I did not loves. I hate that I seem so picky. This is the Milk Makeup Balm Mascara. I'm not sure how you say it, but that's what it is. Can you see down here? I noticed by the end of the day with this one, I had dark under my eyes. I can't even tell you the last time I used a mascara that actually left under my eyes like it transferred. And I could never manage this. I did not even begin to know what to do with that wand. I mean, I just did it like you do mascara. I just did it, but it was weird. It's weird. And then you can't take that big thing and get in the corners, especially with a small eye space like mine. This was a serious no-go for me. The rest of them, yeah, they're fine. If you like fluffy brushes or whatever, they're fine. This one, I would absolutely not recommend. And I won't spend much time on this. I have two. These two probably represent, well, one every 3 months. I transfer every 3 months my mascara like clockwork. Too Many Horror Stories. It's the Thrive Lash Extensions Mascara. I talk about it constantly. It has ruined me for all other mascaras. It is a very, I don't know what this, how long this has been in here. Oh good, you can tell. This is the kind of brush that I like. See how it's really thin and very small nubblies? I get the longest lashes from this. I keep one of these in black, and I also keep one in blue, because on days when I'm not doing anything and I'm just sitting around and I just kind of dust my eyelids with like a nice light color, sometimes I like a little blue. So I use one of these every 3 months. I try the other things. I always go back here. It is a tubing mascara. I love that in the end of the evening, I can just splash my face with water and kind of give my eyes a light rub, splash again, and they're gone. I have no raccoon eyes, no transfer. It's just gone. Okay, next. And I put these, I don't remember what box these came in. Maybe a glossy. I put these in here just so that I could say, I do not recommend these. I have used nail wraps, nail strips, nail whatever you want to call them. I have on fake nails right now. I use a lot of these products. I spent a year one day trying to peel these, the front from the back, because you know you have to peel off the front and peel off the back and then apply it. It was a nightmare. I couldn't get them separated. It stuck by the time, and I have very thin nails. By the time I could get my little nail up under there and peel it, I had ruined the top part, and when I would go to lay it, I have used several brands of these nail adhesives, and this is Scratch. And again, you know what, you may use them and you may love them, and it may be 100% operator error. I mean, look how cute they are. I'm so sad that they didn't work, but they didn't work. Okay, I just have a skosh of makeup here, and let me tell you, the reason I only have a little bit is I have a hard time finishing any makeup, and I have a hard time throwing any makeup away. I spent about 6 hours in my makeup room last weekend gathering what I thought. I brought down 2 FabFitFun boxes, and I thought, okay, I'm only keeping what I use regularly here. I'm packing everything else up, and I'm going to do declutters with you guys. And I'm still going to do that. So I came down with those 2 FabFitFun boxes. By the end of the experience, I had 4 FabFitFun boxes full and a full green bag of trash, of things that are just so old, so outdated, things that we talk about constantly. You know, I it was amazing to me, and that's not even touching what I have up in my taping room, so I just can't even imagine. But we're going to do those declutters really soon. If you want, let me know below if that's something you feel like seeing. I filled up a FabFitFun box and a half just with eyeshadow palettes. I have with the makeup, and this is clearly not makeup, it's the Seraphine Botanicals Sugar and Lemon, and this is the moisturizing lip scrub. I knew that when I finished the lip scrub, the likelihood that I would remember to keep it and show it to you guys was small. So as soon as I took it out of here, because it's not in here, I chucked this in with my empties. So I would remember to tell you guys how I feel about it, and I liked it a lot. It was just the right amount of scrub. The scent was, it was amazing. We got this Beauty Crop Stuck on You in a box, and I was so excited because it reminded me a lot of my favorite MAC paint pot, which I use the ochre in, but it dried up so quickly. I mean, you can see I used it some. You can see how I used more than it looks like because it divoted down in, and I just tap 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 with my beauty blender. It's like, well, it's not now. Is it trying to make a, maybe it gets too dry in the winter, because I just tapped it a little bit and it's right there on my finger. And it feels very smooth. This might be a first. This might be something that moves out of the empty rejects pile and back into my drawer. I guess maybe in the winter, I keep it too cool in here. I do keep it cool, but with all of my own personal hot days. But, okay, I'm gonna try this again. We'll talk about it in my next empties. It'll be either emptied or rejected again. Looking down at this makeup, I see now that I won't throw away makeup. So everything that I have down here is kind of a reject, and that makes me sad. It's just a reject for me. It's not like, oh, this is reject makeup. It's just a reject for me. Oh, yay, that's not true. This came in a box. It is the Wander Nude Illusion Liquid Foundation, and of course, I have it in Fair. That's hard to get even if it'll focus. And it's gone. I mean, I know it doesn't look on. They've made it look that same color, and trust me when I tell you, it's gone. I was shocked how much I liked this. I would just slap that doe foot out. I thought I was going to hate the doe foot. I loved it. I don't know how sanitary it was, but I mean, my face is fresh clean out of the shower, so it was that sanitary. I liked this so much, and you see it if you belong to Ipsy. You see it in the sales periodically, and I always think about picking it up, but we've been getting so much foundation in our boxes lately, but they don't always have all of the shades offered. So I think if I see them do the Fair again, I will probably pick it up. These are my two lips. I had a drawer full of lips. You wait till you see the declutter. I had so many lips. These are the two that I have to offer. And like I said, it's sad because they were rejects. This was a reject because it was a Cab Beauty, and it's really pretty. The color is gorgeous. It bled. I felt like I don't really have a lot of wrinkles, so I don't normally have that problem, but this almost created its own problem. And this is just in here because one day I was putting something else in the box and I had just used this, and it is horrible on me. The color was absolutely horrible. It's a P. Louise and it's called Heights, and it's just really nude. And on me, well, I'm not putting it on. You can't make me. You can try. I'm not doing it. It was just like concealer lips. And I happened to be in the box. I remember the day. I happened to be in the box for something else, and I was like, I'm throwing this in there too. So here we are. Oh yay, I found a not reject. This is the farthest thing from a reject. It is Bobbi Brown, and it is the Corrector Extra Light Bisque for foundation, for concealer. Instead of just using a concealer, the best way to fight the blue and the black is with a correcting color, and this is the lightest. I don't know that I can even get it so you can see it at all, but it was kind of a light salmony color, and I really felt like it made a difference. Where's my Moroccan oil? Okay. I want to remember to buy the Moroccan Oil Night Serum, and that. I loved that. I have no idea why I quit buying that. Okay, this was a reject. Oh, and it's gone gross. This was such a reject that I got this. I should tell you what it is. It is the Patrick Ta for brows, and it came with a brush, and I tried it with the brush. See how dark that is? I got no color. I mean, I got no color from it. So I reached out to you guys. I was like, what am I doing wrong here? And some people were like, well, wet the brush. And so I tried it a million different ways, and now it's like got moisture bubbles on it. See how dark that is? I couldn't even get color on the back of my hand. I don't want to dig into it because I'm not sure about those moisture bubbles. But I could dig into it, and that brownness came up as clear. I don't know what else to say about that. Next, I have the Iconic London. This came in, this is old. This came in early, an early box for me. That's what the inside looks like. And it's a brow, and it was just a little sponge. I used it for quite some time, but it was so liquid that I had a hard time being exact with it. And it came with the little brush on the other side. You had a spoolie and a brush, and you could just, I used it for a long time. I guess I probably just tired of it. And like I said, I wasn't great with the liquid stain. It's kind of like coloring in the lines. When it was a liquid, you had to be pretty darn exact. I liked the color. It just, the process wasn't perfect for me. But if you think you would like this process, I did like it. It went on nicely. It stayed on. I liked the product. Well, yippee, I found not another reject. This is another one of those ones that looks full and like I didn't use it, and I promise you it's empty. I'll show you in a minute. It is the Fenty Beauty, and it's 110. It is the, does it say what kind of? Pro Filter. It is her concealer, and I like it a lot. And yeah, I just took it out. It comes out because it's completely dry. It comes out with nothing on it. It's just a little paddle. It is, I don't know if I can, oh yeah, I can get some on it. Even on me, that 110 was light, so I liked it a lot. I did not repurchase it because, again, we get so much stuff in our boxes. I am using a dose of colors now, and I really like it. And next I have the Brow Gal, the Instant Brown Hair O2 Tinted Brow Gel Microfibers. I used this. I used it to almost gone. And I will tell you, right up front, what I don't care for about it is absolutely operator error. I found that, see how little the brush is? I mean, it's tiny. It is so tiny. I found that I couldn't do it without getting those little microfibers off my brows and onto my skin. And I'm so pale that there is zero room for error. And I personally found it difficult to use, but I know that a lot of people like it, and it is a tiny brush. So if you've got fuller brows than I have, I'm sure it would be absolutely fine. This was just a reject. It did nothing wrong. It did nothing wrong in its little life. It is a beauty baton from Ready, Set, Jet. I think it might have come in a, it's kind of like Voldemort, dare we say its name, fashion stuff. And one side was a highlighter, and the other side, apparently they screw out so they can be, I didn't even get that far with it, so they could be replaced. The other side is a bronzer, and as you might guess, it wasn't the perfect color for me, and I played with it, and I sent a picture of it to my daughter and said, hey, you want this? And she didn't. So since I had used it on my face, it wasn't something that I felt like I could just pass along, so it went into the reject pile because the colors, even the highlighter, was a little too yellowy gold for me. We're almost done, just a couple left, and I have to tell you, they are both rejects. And again, it's probably operator error, but this Danessa Myricks came in, it doesn't even look like there's product there, right? This came in, I think, the Beautylish Fukubakuro, the lucky bags, at the beginning of the year. I think I got this not this year, but last year's lucky bag. That's how long it took for me to A, reject it, and B, get to doing this. It looks like a mirror. It looks just like a compact, but it's not. It's a balm. Let me see if I can show you, if it'll show the greasiness on my finger. I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that on my face. I mean, can you see how shiny it made my hand where I put it? I hope that shows in some way. It's hard for me to tell on that tiny little screen, but I don't want that because it feels like hardened Vaseline, and there is at no point where I want to take that and that's not something I need in my life. And I thought, well, you know, maybe you could use it as a highlighter and it'll give you a little glow, or I'm sure that this does something wonderful for somebody. I am not that person. I don't remember what box this came in. And it was just a box or two ago. And it was, I'd say, within the last month. So I have absolutely no excuse for forgetting it. But it is the LC, was it Lucky Color? Don't know. You would think I would remember more. And it is in rose quartz. And I was very excited about it because it is a liquid eye. And I don't generally care for liquid eyeshadows. But this one, I said, was such a lovely color, and it absolutely is. When you put it on, it is beautiful. It is absolutely beautiful. And I thought, just this and a mascara, perfection. So I did it. It was not. It took a long time to dry, and I have hooded lids, so for me, I had to sit like that, and that doesn't work very often in my life. I had a hard time getting it smooth. I tried it on one eye with my hand. I tried it on the other eye with a brush. I felt like it broke up a little bit during the day. Ultimately, it just didn't work for me. I hate ending this on a bad note. I wish I could think of something. Let's circle back and talk about the Bobbi Brown again. I feel like it's my most recommended product. I'll link it below. I love this product. It's gone, and I can't believe that I have not replaced it. See, we ended happy. We needed to make it a happy sandwich. All right, thank you so much for coming by, guys. I can't see with this new camera, so I hope we got some decent pictures of the products that I was showing you. If I showed you something and you need more information about why I did or didn't love it, or anything that I can tell you about this stuff, I'm happy to share any information that I might have. Thanks again for coming by. Please like, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you'll know when I have more videos coming out. I'm going to start filming those declutters soon. I think we'll do it as a series, just kind of slip them in between boxings, if that's something you guys have any interest in. So let me know. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a great day.